I am DM Zone. This is Gamers Oasis. Let's get into this. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about the spell Darkness. It's not the same as it was in other editions. Many things about the spell changed from the original Dungeons & Dragons. This spell came out in Supplement 1, which is why some of the wording's a little bit different, but even before that, some of the wording was done very differently. It says that it is only a 5-foot radius. 5-foot radius sounds very typical for modern day, but for that time era, they didn't use feet, they used inches because it was designed to go around your character. So that's a little bit odd. 5 foot was like a very small radius too. And it doesn't say whether you cast it on a person or an object. The reason why they used inches back then was because in war games, you'd use these inches to measure out to a certain thing. I think this spell was around earlier and was used to counter light and continual light as it was wrote earlier. It just wasn't actually portrayed in any of the books, but it was used at the table, and they realized, hey, we should probably add this to the game. Also, the exactness to which what it says is weird. It says that it's complete darkness, to the point that even infravision doesn't penetrate and is not able to perceive anything within it. I will unpack that in a minute. So but let's go and jump on to the next part. It can be counterspelled by Dispel Magic or any light spell. Obviously, I think this was designed to be the reverse of light. Whoever is last remains, essentially, or maybe they nuke each other and it goes to normal light. The last mechanic that I'll talk about that is specifically a spell mechanic is the fact that it lasts for 6 turns and that it is a 12-inch range, which means you can cast it away from you out to 12 inches. So in the same spell, we have 5 feet and we have 12 inches. It can make this spell a little hard to unpack and understand what's going on, in my opinion. Also, it talks about the fact that it's a complete black, unable for infravision to penetrate it. It refers to it sort of as being like a true black. For those who don't know, true black is actually really rare and hard to get to. What we consider to be black when put next to true black is actually noticeable, let alone other colors which are more poppy, that pop off the thing more because of the fact that that is an actual true black. Now, I'm not saying that people with infravision don't ever see nothing. That is a thing that they do. If you look at the mechanics of infravision, it talks about the fact that they have a 60-foot or a 6-inch infravision. Essentially, they see out 60 feet. So if they're on a castle wall, unless something is coming close to them, they're not going to see it. If they're on the top of a downhill slope, they're not going to see anything. If they look up into the sky, they're not going to see anything unless something's within that 60 feet. Where this spell becomes weird is you're in a 5-foot or a 10-foot wide hallway, and there's like a 5-foot radius of no items, when there should at least be a floor and a wall or something. And this could be a moving 5-foot sphere because there's nothing that says that this can't be cast on an object, like, for example, could be cast on a coin or a marble and rolled down the hallway, creating this darkness in unusual places. It's a great way for thieves to be able to move about without having them be detected. I feel like this is a point of conflict, though, because does the darkness radiate from the point of interest, or does it just exist in that 5-foot radius? What I'm saying is, could you cover it with a blanket to hide it and then uncover it to reveal it? Both of these have mechanical advantages, and it would have to be something you and your referee would have to decide what you want to do. Also, what's the difference between a void, like a complete darkness void, and something else in the world? Some trap maybe, like Sphere of Annihilation or something of that. How could this be used? How could this be perceived outside of this? I will get into that in future videos. I'm doing a whole bunch of videos on spells, so look for more of those type of videos coming out. Thank you, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.